And we're live. What is good, YouTube? It's your boys back again from Unapologetically Men, the dynamic duo. I'm your host, Max, aka Maximilian. And I got the co-host with me tonight,
Lando is back up in the building. Let's get it
Lando.
done.
Hey, sir. How you doing today, sir?
I'm doing good, man. We're doing real good.
Yeah.
Just being productive.
Nice, nice. I hear you. I hear you on that. And we just chilling. We coming to you again tonight, gentlemen. With the This one's properly titled "The Art of Storytelling," and me and Mr. Lando were discussing just the whole genuine idea, or trying to be genuine anyway, with when it comes to speaking with women, and how it's basically there's no genuineness about it. So, Mr. Lando, you want to run it down? What's your thoughts on that? Like, how you feel when you discussing with things with women?
Well, I feel like, I guess we could look at this from two sides. There's
Hmm.
the blue pill side and there's the red pill side.
Hmm.
Most of us as men, we start out as blue pill, as we know, or some version of purple pill.
Right, right,
And we look at our interaction with women idealistically. We
right,
have a thought in our heads where we deal with and address women based on how we want to be dealt with.
right.
And from a red pill perspective, that doesn't work. I mean, if you want to like look at things in a most realistic way possible,
Hmm.
women want to be lied to.
Yeah, that's what I've come to understand too.
Yeah.
It's like the more the more truthful you are,
Mhm.
the more they just kind of don't they kind of tune you out,
Yes.
and
Yeah.
you
There.
feel. Go ahead.
Yeah. I just feel like there is no having a conversation with women. Anytime I try to like platonically have a real conversation with women, they zonk out because
Right,
we're in two different worlds.
right,
I'm coming from a logical standpoint and I'm talking about things that actually make sense,
right,
whereas they are talking just to hear themselves talk and they're speaking about the various feelings that they're having at every point in time.
right. And it's like when we were discussing, talking to your boys is you can speak to them the way that you would want to be spoken to, but talking to women, you just can't do that. Like you almost have to lie to them a whole lot just to even have a normal conversation with them.
Yeah, basically you have to manipulate them,
Right.
you know. And the thing is I'm not trying to say that it's a good thing to manipulate people
Hmm.
and toy with people and just get them to, wind them up to get what you need out of them. What I'm saying is the nature of women. That's kind of what you have to do to even attempt to bond with them
Right.
because
It's kind of
things.
like I think it kind of more like you have to indulge them.
Yes,
Yeah.
that's a good explanation.
Yeah. It's like you having to indulge them just to appease the conversation or move the conversation along. I mean, again, I mean, you could elect to just not even speak to them at all, but it's kind of difficult to even go through the world and not speak to a single woman, or come across a single woman. I mean, granted, we're all
It,
born from mothers, so
it's bizarre. That's what it
yeah,
is. It's really bizarre. So it's like if you want a lot of attention from a woman, you have to ignore her
yeah,
and
right,
then she'll come running. The
right,
like back when I said if we deal with them
hmm,
idealistically, you're thinking if you give someone attention, you're paying attention to them.
hmm,
And then so from that there is an equal but opposite reaction, right?
right, right, right,
But with women, you have to ignore them.
hmm,
And it's almost it just defies the laws of everything.
right. It's
You
like it,
basically get a total opposite reaction that is not equal, which
right.
makes no sense at all.
Right. It's definitely backwards. Definitely backwards on that aspect. And I always find that they like if you were, say, for example, trying to date a woman, you
Mhm,
almost have to either let them create the fantasy or sell
mhm.
them a fantasy.
Exactly.
You know.
Because if you go into it like literally, it's always going to backfire you, and every
Hmm.
waking moment's going to be a shit test.
Right.
So, like, even if you're trying to impress a woman, if you come off like you're going to be the provider, right?
Hmm.
If you spend a bunch of money, she's not going to look at that with gratitude. She will look at that based off of, oh, I could get stuff from him. He's an open
Yeah.
book, or you know
Right.
what I mean?
Right.
So rather, what you got to do is manipulate that and just toy with her hypergamy.
Hmm. Right. Right. Right.
Find out how what makes her tick, and then know exactly when to push those buttons to get what you want, and then you can give her stuff as a reward. You know what I
Right.
mean?
Right.
I
You
mean,
know,
does
and
that make sense?
of course that's for, and of course, trying to tickle their hypergamy is something probably more so geared towards the older gentleman that is still dating women per se.
Mhm.
Because the younger dudes, they typically won't be able to you know provide that kind of atmosphere or incentive to even date. So
No,
they have to come with a whole different kind of game to in order for that to
and
even go
again,
down.
that's looking at it, from an ideal perspective.
Right.
This is the stuff that the PUAs won't tell you.
Right.
I mean, this is actually what they're doing. I mean, it's like to have game. Game just means manipulation.
Right. Pretty
Point
much.
blank.
That's it. That's it.
So
And
you
then
got to
like
literally go
you
into
got you got to break your moral compass just to even
it.
come to that aspect. But and that's just to not even say to keep interacting with women. Like, 'cause of course we got monk mode. You know what I'm saying? You can go in monk mode and it's at any given point in time you want to go in monk mode. It is a okay. So you gotta
Mhm.
get shit done. You got a project at work, or you got a project in the garage, or you got a project around the house. Going into monk mode is definitely a viable option. So I would recommend it for those points in times when you need to focus on life in general. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
To and cut out the drama, because women are a lot of drama in that. So and it takes a lot of drama out of you just to even provide a story to them or provide a fantasy to them. So
Oh yeah, it takes a lot of energy. I
yeah.
mean, because in essence, what you're actually doing is just lying your ass off,
Yeah.
and
Right.
and it takes a lot of energy to cover for each lie that you tell.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Now, for the audience just coming in, we're just talking about how you can't idealistically be honest with women
No.
on a genuine level because it doesn't interest them. What really tickles their fancy is being sold a story, a fantasy.
Right.
So it's
Absolutely.
like for the young guys that may not have resources and stuff like that, you don't need that. You
Right.
just you gotta know how to sell a good story. That's
Right. Absolutely. Absolutely. And we just wanted to jump on here, guys, and just spit out this little idea we had popping around in our head, right, about just how even just talking to women in general, it don't even have to be a woman that you're trying to date. Just having to indulge them or even listen to them is going
Mm.
to be draining enough. So because a lot of stuff, you find a lot of stuff that they want to talk about not interesting at all.
It doesn't amount to anything. I mean,
No.
there's nothing you can glean from a conversation
No. It's like
a lot of
you
time.
have a lot. It's like there's a lot of going on, but there's not a lot of substance being brought out.
Yeah, I mean, like when you have a real deep conversation with men, you always come away with something useful or something you
Hmm.
learn something and you figure out a different perspective.
Hmm.
With women, all you do, and you can correct me if I'm wrong,
Yeah.
is you come away tired.
You got exhausted in the whole
Yeah,
ordeal.
like
Oh
man,
man.
what did I just subject myself to?
Right, right. I did have a lot of effort wasted recently, so I definitely feel you on the whole being exhausted type deal.
Mhm.
But it is what it is, man. So that's what we wanted to talk to you about. What I'm saying, if you got any questions, if you want to hear us speak on some topics, just drop it in the comments. Hit the like, hit the subscribe button, bang the bell. What I'm saying? I don't know if YouTube is still screwing around with the whole bell notifications, but I'm missing a lot of things on my from my typical channels that I'm watching or whatever. I'm not getting my notifications from these guys. So what I'm saying, so keep an eye out there, guys, and And just stay tuned. We'll be back again next Monday to with another topic for you. And this is your boy Max, and my co-host is with me tonight.
Lando signing out.
Signing out. Peace, guys.
Peace.